Good morning. Today on Senior Moments, we're going to talk about chronic disease self-management with Charlene Peroni and what it means to have a healthy body, healthy brain in our golden years with Louise Pinsky. Okay, we're in. This is the beginning of Senior Moments. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. My name is Joel Green, along with Joe Schenberger.
Good morning. This is our inaugural show. We are the Senior Resource Alliance of Santa Clarita. The Senior Resource Alliance is a group of 20 professionals that are comprised to offer different resources to people in the Santa Clarita, or to make them aware of what resources are available in Santa Clarita. We formed about 7 years ago. In that time, our principal objective had been outreach, educational outreach, and we are a part of a national organization. We went with the national organization because we felt it would give us really good exposure. As it turns out, we believed after several years that it wasn't quite what we were looking for, so we decided last year to form our own organization and become a nonprofit. In that time, our membership has grown, our outreach has grown. Last year, as an example, we met with about 500 or 600 different people through on-site outreach. We had programs at the City of Santa Clarita, College of the Canyons, and the William S. Hart High School District. We're not limited to public institutions. We will do our outreach anywhere with anyone. But there's limited ways that you can reach the numbers of people you need to reach. And one of the ways we felt might be most effective is through a radio program. Hence this inaugural show, which will become the first of many shows on the second and fourth Thursday of every month. Within the Alliance, we, I've mentioned, have 20 members. They each have a unique discipline. And those disciplines are there to help seniors and primarily adult children when they need help deciding determining what they need when they need it. I guess that's awkwardly worded. I'll give you an example. A family has a parent who's been in the hospital. They've gone to rehab. They really can't come back home successfully on their own. They really only have a couple of good options. One might be to bring an in-home care service into their home to provide the services they need, or depending on, upon family preference, they may want to have their parent move to assisted living. We have those resources within our group. If you try to find that information out on your own, and go to the website as an example, you're going to find many tens of thousands of listings. And it's just impossible to wade through all that information and give you what you need in an economical format. So with us, you can call a single number or go to a single website, and we will bring the resources to bear for you. There is no charge to use our outreach services, but each person is an individual business, and those businesses will likely have fees that are associated with it. But to get there is much simpler. And we don't just promote ourselves. We promote what the industry segment is. In my case, I'm senior referral for placement. But all we talk about is that. Not that I'm Joe Schenberger, not what my business name is. We want to make very sure that you're comfortable with the information you're receiving and don't feel like you're given a sales pitch.
So the Senior Alliance is a group of disciplines. What kind of disciplines, Joe?
We have a wide variety. We have geriatric care management, pharmacy, audiology, in-home care, placement services, Girl Friday services, which basically is an everything to everybody service. We have a senior residential real estate expert, reverse mortgage. I'm going to go down this list and forget some. We have liaisons back with COC for educational services, UCLA Health. We have hospice services, Dignity Memorial, anything basically along the continuum of health we represent. Legal, financial, in-home and out-of-home services.
So essentially this group is a group of professionals that people can contact through a phone number, or they can log on to a website, get information for themselves or their loved one, and there's no fee or commitment attached to that.
Absolutely correct.
And the disciplines that are represented, are they local business people?
In nearly all cases, if there's an important element that we need to have in our group that doesn't have a presence in Santa Clarita, then yes, we'll bring somebody else in. And I'll give you a perfect example. We have a wonderful Medicare specialist in our group, and we weren't able to find anyone in this valley that fit that profile, so we brought her in. But by and large, everybody in the group is a part of Santa Clarita because that's our target audience.
And the group, and of course, Joe and Joel, myself, we are a part of that group. We go out, we do educational outreach, we talk to people, we talk to organizations, we confer with basically adult children about their loved ones, and also we confer with parents of adult children about some of the options that are open to them. Okay. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Senior Moments. I'm Joel Green, along with Joe Schenberger on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Good morning. You're listening to Senior Moments. I'm Joel Green, along with Joe Schenberger on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Our guest today is Charlene Peroni, CSA Certified Senior Advisor and SHARP Certified Chronic Disease Self-Management Facilitator. Our other guest is Louise Pinsky, who is a grandmother of 4, who volunteers at the SCV Senior Center. She's a member of the Silvertones Chorus and is one of the very best examples of a senior citizen who practices healthy living. Today we're talking about chronic disease self-management and what it means to have a healthy body, healthy brain in your golden years. Good morning, Charlene and Louise.
Good morning. It's wonderful to be a part of your first show. Thank you.
Well, thank you both for contributing.
Absolutely. We
What-
really appreciate Louise coming as well.
And what is
Thank you.
what is chronic disease, Charlene?
Well, chronic disease is as opposed to an acute disease. An acute disease is like a cold. You can take a cold remedy and it can be treated and it can be cured. Chronic disease is generally a condition that lasts more than 3 months. It is a disease that can be treated, it can be controlled, but it can't be cured. And what we're talking about are diseases like arthritis, diabetes, asthma, heart disease, hypertension. There are ways to control these conditions, but they can't be cured. Chronic diseases are responsible for 84% of our healthcare costs in this country, and they are the leading cause of death in this country. And that's why it's so important to talk about them and to consider how you can control your own chronic diseases and live a healthier lifestyle, as Louise does.
And when you say a chronic disease self-management facilitator, what is that? Is there a class or a course that you would facilitate?
Well, Stanford and Kaiser came together a while ago and put together a program called Chronic Disease Self-Management. It is a workshop that is taught at various organizations, including Kaiser. That's where I teach the workshops. But they can be held at senior centers. FACey has some chronic disease self-management workshops. You can find them through Partners in Care, through Kaiser, and I'll give you numbers, telephone numbers, and contact names later in the show if that's all right, so that if people are interested in taking part in a workshop, they can. The workshops are composed of a lot of different elements, but basically we talk about the emotions that you have to deal with when you have a chronic disease and how to control pain, how to watch nutrition, how to get exercise into your life so that you can live a healthier lifestyle. When Louise and I were talking about her coming on this show, I can't tell you how incredible an example Louise is of someone who does everything she can to maintain a healthy lifestyle. May I ask how old you are, Louise?
I had my 90th birthday in December last year.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Do you feel 90?
No. I don't know how you're supposed to feel at 90, but I think I feel pretty good.
What do you attribute that to?
I guess I attribute it to, first of all, my parents. Neither one of them lived, well, my mom lived about 84. My dad died in his 50s, so I don't know how that works. But also, I think having a basically happy life, satisfied life.
What does that mean, Louise?
Pardon me?
What does that mean, having a happy life, having a satisfied life to you?
Well, I was married to my husband for 60 years.
Wow.
And I guess I liked him a whole bunch. And it was mutual. And
You had some lovely kids.
we have lovely children, and now we have lovely grandchildren. In fact, now I have 3 additional grandchildren because we had 3 weddings last year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Tell me,
So-
if you would, Louise, a little bit about your daily routine. What do you do during your day?
Well, it depends which day.
Okay, let's choose a day when you volunteer at the senior center.
Well, that's Wednesday.
Okay,
And I get there at 1:30, and my title is receptionist, and that's basically what I do, but if Kathy has something else for me to do, I do whatever she tells me.
And, excuse me, Louise, you said you get there. How do you get there?
I drive,
Of course.
and I had an illness a few months back, and before I could drive, my daughter, in fact, all 3 of them insisted that I go to a driving school and have them evaluate me.
And how did that go?
He told me I was amazing.
Outstanding.
that's good.
Okay, you're listening to Senior Moments. I'm Joe Schenberger with Joel Green on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220. We're talking with Charlene Peroni, CSA Certified Senior Advisor, SHARP Certified CDSM Facilitator in Chronic Disease Self-Management, and Louise Pinsky about what it means to have a healthy body, healthy brain, and a golden years. We'll be back after the break.